Hi everyone, how's everyone doing today? So today I'm going to be reading this book. I actually just picked up this book and bought this, and it might have been even the first picture book I bought in many, many years. I think I saw this book somewhere, and this actually used to be one of my favorite books when I was growing up, largely because it's about my favorite city in the world, where I was born and raised. So there was a lot of nostalgia, and I think just out of that, I just bought it out of keepsake. So let's start reading. So My New York by Kathy Jakobsen. And you start out and you have this gorgeous map of Manhattan. New York. Let's see. Okay, page 1. Let's start. My name is Becky, and I live near the New York Public Library. Some buildings in New York make you feel small, but walking up the steps of the library makes me feel important. It's like walking up the steps of a palace, especially if you walk exactly in the middle. There are even lion guards looking down on all the people. The library was my favorite place in New York when we first moved here. My mother painted me a map. You can see it in the very, very front of this book. So I guess this is the cool map that her mom painted. She was an artist and she painted all the other pictures too. She said that once a week we could go wherever I wanted to, if I could figure out how to get there. For my first expedition, I wanted to see real animals, and finding a zoo on the map was easy, but knowing where I was on the map and which way to walk to the zoo was a little bit harder. I finally figured it out by turning the map. Okay, next page. Once the map and I were both facing the same direction, finding the zoo was easy. But one good thing about New York is that most of the streets are numbered in order. The numbers go up as you go north, down as you go south. It's very, very logical, so we just walked straight on Fifth Avenue. I knew I was going the right way because the numbers kept going up. At 64th Street, we turned left. Sometimes zoos make you feel sorry for the animals that live in them, but at this one, most of the animals aren't in cages. The penguins have rocks to climb on and make their nests with, and a pool to swim in. You can stand right next to the glass and see them underwater. They were my favorites, but I also liked watching the insects. I saw a leafcutter ant bite off a leaf, then carry it all the way to the back to his nest. Okay. After the zoo, we explored the park and found a carousel. I chose a big black horse with a lion saddle. It was like riding a real horse, but it was kind of fun anyway. The horse went up and down when the music started. I had 3 rides. When I bought my last ticket, the man told me that my horse was named Bubbles. I thought, that was a silly name for a big black horse with a roaring lion saddle. When I wanted to get a birthday present for my friend Martin, my parents said they were going to the 26th Street Antiques Fair, and I could look for one there. They had a lot of antique toys, like a china dog and a wooden horse, but I didn't think Martin would really like those. I did find him some old baseball cards for his collection. Cool. On Martin's birthday, I invited him to come with me on an expedition. First, we went to D'Alto for cheesecake, his favorite dessert. My mother says D'Alto has the best cheesecake in New York. Mario D'Alto has owned the bakery for over 50 years, and his baby picture is still on the boxes. His grandchildren works there in little aprons. Dogs are everywhere, because a fancy dog show is going on across the street. I like the Dobermans and a little black bulldog. And after cheesecake, we went to the Intrepid. Really awesome museum, by the way, guys. A real aircraft carrier from World War II. You can see where kamikaze planes crashed into it. The fighter jets are cool too. You can climb up the platform and look inside. It was very, very cold. Windy day. But we had the whole huge deck almost to ourselves. Martin ran around acting and sounding like a plane until other people came out, so we went inside. We got to work the controls in a simulated cockpit with pilots and co-pilot seats. Martin absolutely loved it. Ooh, it looks like we have a vertical page. The next week, we went to the observation deck of the Empire State Building. We stepped out onto it just at that magical moment when the city and bridge lights are on, but the sky still has some of the sunset in it, and it's not quite dark. You could see so far away. Turn the page and see for yourself. In the painting, we are looking north with the Hudson River on our left and the East River on our right. The small green square in the distance is Central Park. Looks like it has this beautiful, beautiful fold-up. Wow, Empire State Building. This is incredible. Fun fact, by the way, I've probably walked across the Empire State Building thousands and thousands of times growing up in New York, but I have actually never been up the Empire State Building one time before. Oh, and next page, it looks like we have a photograph painting of the skyline. Wow, this is really, really, really beautiful. Definitely an inspirational thing to look at. So I think the rest of the picture book's going to go on and on and on, but we might just leave it right here. Next page is going to be about the George Washington Expedition, Federal Hall. Oh my gosh! And this page is about FAO shorts. Oh my gosh, so many childhood memories related to FAO shorts. Oh my gosh, I think they just came back actually, but I mean, there's always going to be a nostalgia to the one that's on 59th Street. For all kids that grew up from the 90s to actually know for decades, like all the kids that grew up with FAO shorts in New York City. But yeah, so the rest of the book is going to be about the rest of New York City, of course. So many beautiful, beautiful pop-ups in this picture book. Definitely why it was one of my favorites growing up. So hope you guys really enjoyed the reading. And yeah, thank you so much for listening and watching. Till next time.